Buenos días, estudiantes. Me llamo Señora L y hoy vamos a hablar más sobre nuestro mundo, geografía y la comunidad. Hi, my name is Señora L, and today we are going to talk about our world. Now, in previous videos, we looked at geology and the biomes and how our planet is shaped. Today, we go from big to small. So vamos a empezar con the continent. Continente. Continente. Now, continents are natural, huge bodies of land within our world. But within the great big continent, we have smaller areas called country. País. País. A country is what people have created in order to define and divide certain areas. And by this, we have created borders, some using natural features like rivers or ríos, others using lines that people have created to separate one area from another. But within those countries, we have even smaller sections, states, estado, estado. And each state has its own area and definition. Including within the state, there are county, condado, condado. And as you can see from here, within one country, there can be many, many, many different counties. Even within a state, many different counties. Different ways of how we organize ourselves. But even within a county, there are the cities. Ciudad. Ciudad. Now, cities are huge and can contain millions of people. We have large and famous cities all over our world, each one famous in its own way, for its own cultures, languages, histories. And within every state and every country, there is the capital, capital. Capital. And of course, the capital is the city or ciudad where laws are created, governing happens, decisions are made about the lives within that whole area. Towns are, of course, much smaller, ciudades or cities. Pueblo. Pueblo. And of course, there are many more towns than there are cities. And each one with its own history, style. And even smaller than a town, a village. Now, there are many ways of referring to villages, like pueblito, pueblito, or aldea, aldea. Different ways of talking about much smaller towns that are very tiny in comparison to the great big cities. But within the villages or towns or cities, there are neighborhoods. Barrio, barrio, or vecindario, vecindario. And a neighborhood is, of course, where each of us lives, the houses around us, the families and the people who live near us. And even smaller still, the house, la casa. But houses can look in many different ways. Apartments, apartamento, apartamento, or condos, condominio, condominio, or even still mobile homes, caravana, caravana. Or even houseboats, casa flotante, casa flotante. But no matter how it looks or what size it is, home is casa. It's our home. And now we can travel from all these different places on a highway. Autopista, autopista. Because it's the highways that connect all these different places to each other. Highways or freeways, autopistas. And even smaller, roads, camino, camino, or calle, calle. But no matter how we get to where we want to go, whether it's to someplace new or someplace familiar, whatever path we take, path, sendero, sendero, it's all part of our journey. Figuring out which place we want to explore next, which places are our favorite, and which place feels home to us. However we people group ourselves, we create community. Comunidad. Comunidad. Now in future videos, we will discuss what communities look like and what parts and important areas of communities there are. But until then, I hope you check out our other videos, subscribe if you'd like to learn more, and have a great day. Hasta luego.